Hello everyone, it's been a while. It's been, I think when I last checked my video, it was December that I last did a video. I've done some in the meantime with Meph here. In case you haven't watched her videos, Meph is my fiancee. She's the one who we do a lot of the cosplay photos with. She's the one that you often see or don't see as Mikuo. But in case you haven't met her, this is Meph. Meph, introduce yourself.
Hi.
So, what are we doing here today? Your last few videos have been about your cosplay, but you haven't really talked about your Kig experience. So, like, tell us what brings you to Kig today. Just kind of tell, like, my intro. What was your experience with Kig, and bring us to now.
Kig I didn't really know about until I met you, which was quite a few years ago, and you had stepped back from the scene for a bit, so I just kind of went along and did my cosplay thing. I knew about Kig, I was aware of Kig. I've met some people that do Kig, and actually a couple of them are really good friends now. But I found a mask I actually liked, and we just happened to fluke out and be able to get it, and we got it, and to me, it's a different form of cosplay.
Well, and I mean, yeah, that's what I think it is for a lot of people, to be able to do characters that, you know, as the one gent who was talking to us over the weekend, it definitely opens doors for people to cosplays that they might not have otherwise considered.
Yeah, certainly. There's a different aspect, because I mostly do cosplay. I've already kind of explored makeup. I've done a little bit of special effects makeup, nothing extravagant. I haven't delved into prosthetics. I'm hoping to do that soon. But that still takes a lot of processing time versus sometimes I just want to wander around and not be recognized. I am seen in the local community and I am known, and it's like if I just want to be free of everything and just put a head on and go out, I find it's a totally different challenge, you know. The being able to see in a Kig mask is a bit different. I've had wigs that have and contacts that have impaired it already in cosplay before, so it's just a slightly different challenge, and I find it broadens my cosplay horizons by exploring basically masked cosplay, because even cosplay itself, there's characters that have to wear masks. And it's like this just takes it one step further to stepping beyond that, I feel.
Yeah, that being able to separate yourself from your cosplay and that just try something different, that anonymous aspect, I definitely think is a large aspect that a lot of kids out there like, though you and I kind of do something different in our scene, since we're also a little social and we have a rather large group of friends though when we have con time, it's really one of the few times that we get to see these people, so we definitely get to bring Kig to these people in a different way that other people might not otherwise do.
Yeah, there's definitely an unsettling aspect for some people who aren't normally exposed to Kig, because it's not super common over here, but there are some in the community that do it, and it's like they stick with what's comfortable for them. They don't talk, which is totally cool, but because I'm social and I have a lot of friends, I will take my head off, I will talk to people, I will explain to them, let them look at the head, and it's different for everyone, but I'm that kind of person. I run panels. I've never been super shy about being in the community and talking to people. So if I took that aspect away from what I do, I feel like I wouldn't be interested in Kig anymore, because it would almost rob me of that interaction with the community and the fans or people that know me or friends. It wouldn't make a connection for me. So that's why I do it in a cosplayer perspective versus how some other people have found Kigurumi.
Kigurumi, where they kind of create that full separation between themselves and the character, and I think for a lot of people, I guess that's what makes art in general interesting. Kig, a lot of people call it an art, and it is an art that people have different reasons and motivations for what they do. Like what you do there is the reason why you do Kig, whereas for other people it's the being able to separate their personality and their face from what they're doing that makes them keep on doing Kig. I know that's what the sense I get from talking to a lot of people and lots of you out there, that there's these two, well,
there's two different dynamics.
well, two that we've seen, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there's many more. But
Yeah.
it's interesting, just even within the regular cosplay community, how we get your role playing cosplayers who will come up and be the character, and then there'll be other cosplayers that are just, I'm just wearing the costume and hanging out with my friends, man.
And they're just fans. And
Yeah.
there's definitely, like I said, I run panels. Like, I will act like the character in the panel, and in photo shoots, you do sometimes have to step into the character's shoes to get expressions and other stuff. So I find it a lot easier with Keeg for me for that aspect, because I don't have to worry about my face. But I can still, act like the character. And like you said, some Keegs find that separation of who they are every day versus when they put their head on, or their character, whichever they'd like to refer to it as. That's their way of escaping. Cosplayers have the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and I can respect that. It's definitely a difference for everyone. I do like to encourage Keegs, like, if you're around and you don't have your stuff on, go talk to some people as yourself. You don't have to tell them you're the person wearing this, but saying, you could even refer to it as cosplay, because it is, and say, I kind of cosplay, and make those friends in the community, because there's lots of really interesting people out there with talents and everything from costume to prop making to wig skills to anything, and a lot of them would be willing to help you in the community in general, and they're good connections to make.
Well, and having that common point of interest where you're a cosplayer, I'm a cosplayer, that really helps people bring down their walls to be more open to socializing. And I mean, that's how I met you and all of our group, is just talking about the cosplay that I do. And when people asked, well, what kind of cosplay you do, I wasn't shy about showing pictures. And I mean, I was always approaching it as it's cosplay, because that's what it is. And I mean, now, like, I guess I only do Kig on years ending 2 and 3, but no, we got quite a wonderful group now. I mean, heck, we got this Mooney here that one of our friends borrowed over this past weekend here in Red Deer, and when she's like, what? I don't have to do makeup or anything? Just ready to go? She was totally, like, geared for that. It was,
Well, I'm drawing eyebrows on my face.
yeah.
And actually, a Keeg friend has stepped back into cosplaying, so he was doing eye makeup on himself and took even longer than I did. So in perspective, she found it fun, and it was enjoyable for her to be anonymous.
Yeah, and like we also had another friend who had gotten a Mooney mask and done it up as Kirito from Sword Art Online. Yeah, and he liked it too. He was saying, "Oh, thanks for showing me Mooney," and I mean, hey, as I said in my podcast, which if you haven't listened to, oh, here's the Cliff's Notes, is Mooney. If a lot of cosplayers have been telling Meph and I that their biggest hang-up is if they are kind of interested in Kig, when they hear the price tag, they go, not that interested. Whereas when we told them about the Mooney masks and the price point they were at, they're like, yeah, actually, I could give that a try at that price point. That price point is comfortable for the cosplayers, because that's the cost of a costume for a lot of them.
Yeah, and in general, it's like when you're into Kig and you start off by just being into Kig, I find that you expect to pay that much. And I've seen some extreme cosplayers do like really armored commission styled cosplays, and that costs a lot too, like bat suits and other stuff. But that's their hobby, that's their niche, I guess, in what they do. So when it comes to cosplayers or people in general, it's like my cosplays can cost up to, I can tell you right now, like $400 once the wig, everything else is bought, accessories, whatever else I decide to pay for. If you think about it, suddenly plopping a Kig head on top of a giant list of cosplays for a cosplayer because we have local cons, you're looking at a price tag that's almost too high when you could buy 3 or 4 cosplays within that cost range.
Well, and yeah, here in Alberta, we have at if you go to every con, I'd say 6 of big ones, like that if you're buying hotels for all of those, on site, plus the tickets, plus the costumes, that can really add up.
There's the 2 comic ones in both Edmonton and Calgary, and those alone will sink quite a bit of money into them because they're more of a spend your money cons. You have Animathon and Otafest Maine, which is the big cosplay ones, and it's like you're gonna run panels, you're gonna have 3 cosplays, you need, or even 4 for each day there. So you're adding up 8 cosplays. Then you have Taste of Animathon, that's 2 days. Otafest Aurora, that's 2 days, I believe. It's a gala.
The dance.
Yeah, the gala and then the other day. So that really, really out of a year breaks your budget. I know that Kigs, from what I've noticed, will pick a character or a persona that they wish to have, and they have one cosplay or a couple of the cosplays for that specific character. Yeah, with cosplayers, we kind of
yeah.
it goes all over. Like suddenly, I went from being into Dragon Ball heavy to now back into Blue Exorcist. So it changes extremely drastically within like 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and I mean, there's lots of great animes out now too. Like the cosplay lists just seem to keep growing and growing, and that the same thing with Geek when we were seeing all the pictures from Wonderfest, everything from Ram.
Thank
you.
You're welcome.
Gigs, yeah, that kind of stuff. Just there's always something different to do.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, we having been in both communities, we see a lot of parallels in the costs, the different motivations, the wanting to obsessively look like the character.
It's been there.
I'm sorry, but excuse me, but he has a patch on the back that is about this.
I've done that before.
Yeah, so we're in a scene where people want to look exactly like the characters, and I mean, yeah, you can definitely spend a lot on outfits for everything from the kigs that match exactly to the costumes that look exactly. Then if you're really super particular about your outfit, you got to pay for photographers, or you marry a photographer.
By fluke.
I could charge her, but there's that saying of stop hitting yourself.
It would just be like, here you go, money, and back into like something like rent or cosplay or Kig.
Anything else you want to add before we tie this off here?
In case anybody's wondering, I was petting my cat who's been springing around for half of this video. He's our only other... There he is. He's our little furball. So this is Leon, in case anybody's ever seen him, heard him, or any other thing.
And he's needy.
He's needy.
Yeah.
But he's a sweetheart.
Yeah. You'll notice that I'm not covered in cat hair.
I keep picking him up and you're not.
Yeah. So, thank you for watching today. Remember, check out Meph D's cosplay channel over on YouTube. Where she is really active is over on Instagram, and you can follow her as Meph D Cosplay.
Yes.
Twitter, she has a Twitter, once again, Meph D Cosplay, but you'll probably see nothing posted there. I'm on the Instagram with C-Triff, on Facebook as Chris Triff's Creative Works, because we're not only doing photography anymore. I have too many hobbies.
He does have too many hobbies.
Oh well. But thank you for watching today. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and if you want to see anything else or have any suggestions for future videos, put them down in the comments below, and we'll catch you next time.